Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we would like to move now to our main topic of the day. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi inaugurated a number of national mega projects in Upper Egypt governorates. These projects fall within the framework of the state's efforts to achieve an integrated development and service leap for the residents of Upper Egypt. And on this topic, we're glad to be joined over the phone by Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of Political Science. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well, Dr. Wagih, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi inaugurated a number of national projects in Upper Egypt governorates. How do you see the significance of those projects, and how do you see the pace of development in Upper Egypt?
Actually, this is a very important move on the part of the leadership, because Upper Egypt was neglected for a long time during previous eras. So I think it's very good since President Fattah el-Sisi took power. It is in his mind and in his plan to provide Upper Egypt with very needed, sustainable developmental projects. And what we have seen is not the first thing he has done, or the leadership has taken care of. This is an addition to what was done before, getting attention, special attention to this important and dear part of Egypt.
Sir, how would such projects boost the economy of the Upper Egyptian governorates and create job opportunities?
Actually, the most important thing about these projects is that it is integrated oriented. There are societal needs, industrial needs, and developmental needs. All these dimensions are taken care of in these projects. And as we have seen lately also, the water problem also, which Egypt is suffering from, lack of water generally speaking, and having Toshka reactivated. And the very good thing about that is that President Fattah el-Sisi and the leadership gave credit to Al-Ganzouri and to the previous system who really started out this project, and gave credit to them. And I think when we are talking about developmental efforts, we need developmental in all domains. So the domain of giving people credit and getting people to participate in it is multidimensional orientation, which really makes sustainable development. And one of the most important things is the psychological mood of the Egyptian people, and any people, by the way. When you have all these elements addressed, it is very important. And these projects and these new kind of mega projects actually is very important and very compatible with what the president already said yesterday or the day before, when he mentioned something about how the civil society should be a very important partner in all these projects. And he mentioned something very important actually that really I like very much, which is you have to have this kind of civil society plus the state, because this would enforce governance. This would be fighting for corruption. And he mentioned something in relation to 25 revolution, the January revolution, and he said one of the reasons that the revolution erupted is that because of the corruption that we don't want to, we wanted to eradicate. We wanted to deal with from its roots. So having the civil society with the state would encourage watching out for every step and make governance accessible and make it happen.
Dr. Wagih, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi inaugurated Benban Solar Energy Complex in Aswan Governorate, as well as a number of projects related to the electricity in Egypt, in Upper Egypt in specific. And to what extent, sir, do you think these projects are, the importance of these projects, and how will it serve the electricity sector in Egypt?
Actually, it is extremely good achievement, and everyone, every fair-minded person would know that we had problems in electricity before. Now Egypt is capable of not only having sufficient electricity for factories, for needs, for all kinds, but also we export electricity to other countries. We extended our net to other countries, which is new to Egypt, and which is very important, and it's achieving self-sufficiency and exporting. This sector is extremely doing well done job.
Yes, another very important project, sir, is the Toshka al-Khair project in Aswan. Would you tell us more about this project?
Yes, as I've told you, one of the things that really impressed me as a citizen and as an expert watching out what's happening in the country, I think that to give credit and to make accumulation, we give credit that this project was not initially done by the current leadership, but it was done before. And I think we need to have this vision, and we need to have this orientation. Why? Because we really suffered from task incompletion. We mentioned that we have many projects, but they did not finish the way they should, and the fruits resulted from them. So actually, when you have this kind of mentality of giving credit to others, of continuing and making a task completion, task completion was missing, and task completion is achieved when it comes to Toshka. And the other thing that on your previous question about energy, Egypt is preparing itself seriously to hold the United Nations conference next year on climate change. And one of the most important issues is to have clean energy. And I think all these projects, in addition to the electricity project, and I think we are going far into this kind of dimension, which is very needed all over the world. So when we are preparing ourselves for the climate change, we are preparing also the country to be an example of that, which is very good.
Sir, Upper Egypt has been neglected for years. So how do you evaluate the attention paid by the Egyptian leadership to this important part of the country?
Actually, yes. Unfortunately, Upper Egypt was neglected for decades, actually, a long time ago, and this caused migration, internal migration to Cairo and to Alexandria and to major cities in the country. And also it was tormenting for the people to go for procedures, routine work, paperwork, to come to the center of the country in Cairo here. I think by establishing new dimensions and new centers in the south, it is strategically very important and very needed, in addition to digitalizing the government. And I think there are some good steps toward making everything digital, especially with the new capital also, which will be the center for everything when it comes to this dimension.
Sir, that so many mega projects in Upper Egypt have a great role in attracting investments to the region. If you would like to elaborate on that in light of the so many infrastructure projects in the area.
Actually, this is very important, and as you have mentioned, the word investment. Yes, Egypt leadership and the Egyptians are very keen to address the issue and the needed factors when it comes to investment. We want investment with capital I. So I think the projects here are good examples, and by international reports, Egypt is one of the most important countries attracting investments from, given the very difficult situations where the epidemic is spreading all over the world. Egypt economy is classified in a very good shape according to international institutions, and one of that dimensions is that because it really attracts many countries, many investors to come and to invest in a very secured environment, inshallah, forever.
Right, Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of Political Science, Al-Azhar University. Many thanks for your insights, sir. And dear viewers, with this we come to the end of this edition of Cairo Local Time. And before we wrap it up, we would like once again to wish all our viewers here on Nile TV International all the best in the new year. Happy New Year, happy 2022 to everyone.
شو حلو حبيبي شو حلو